10 left homeless after a fire ravaged a Jamestown apartment. Our Ryan Hedrick's exclusive interview with a woman's terrifying tale. A parolee leads police on a chase, and attorney Eric Schneiderman promises to challenge Trump care.
We'll bring every lever at our disposal because not only is this bill unconscionable, not only is this bill unjust, it is against the law.
That's News Now for Tuesday, July 18th, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works Studios, where interest-free financing is just a phone call away. This is Morning News Now.
And good morning to you. It's 70 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Kyle Heelis. Our top story, a fire overnight on Linwood Avenue leaves 10 people homeless.
That's right, Kyle. The Linwood residence went up in smoke shortly after 2 in the morning. Our Ryan Hedrick recounts a tenant's terrifying tale.
Speaking Now.com, Hunter Lawson says about 11 p.m. last night, she was sitting in her living room with her boyfriend, Derek Brown, when he turned to her and said,
"Do you smell that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." So we took a walk around the house to make sure everything was all right. Nothing was on fire. I had him go down in the basement because I got a new washer and dryer, and we just hooked it up. So I said, I don't know if something maybe with the dryer downstairs. He went down in the basement, he checked that out, he said, nope, all is fine.
She figured since they couldn't see anything, they were fine. Lawson says they fell asleep for about an hour and a half. About 12:45, they headed to her bedroom.
And my boyfriend heard something collapse outside of our kitchen door, which is probably like 10 or 12 feet from our bedroom door. He opened that door, Ryan. He opened our bedroom door to our kitchen, and our whole kitchen was like, it wasn't on fire yet, but our whole kitchen was glowing red.
First thought?
Luckily, we had 2 entranceways to where my neighbors only had 1 entranceway into their house, and that was through the side porch that our kitchen door is also connected to.
Lawson says she managed to get out of the house. It was at that moment that she realized the magnitude of the situation.
And the whole, one side of the house is on fire. The upstairs, the fire was starting to come into my kitchen by the time we were getting out. The fire though had half of my upstairs neighbor's apartment engulfed.
She said at that moment, all she could think about was watching her neighbors perish in a fire.
Because the only entranceway was engulfed in flames and no one was trying to come out of the windows. And I'm on the phone with a dispatcher and I'm telling them there's kids, there's 3 kids in here. 4 adults, there's animals.
And that's when her boyfriend got involved.
The one guy yelled to my boyfriend and said there's a ladder in the back seat of my truck because it's a pretty far jump and you have 3 kids who just woke up in the middle of the night. They're scared. They don't know what the hell's going on. So my boyfriend Derek, he grabs the ladder and I think he pulled 3 dogs, 3 kids, and 4 adults down on this ladder.
Reporting for WNY News Now, I'm Ryan Hedrick.
Officials say the fire is currently under investigation.
A Jamestown man wanted by state parole was arrested after he jumped out of a vehicle that was being pursued by police. It happened this morning around 2 a.m. after police say they witnessed a fight inside of that vehicle near the area of 3rd and Jefferson Streets. Police say the vehicle took off and stopped a short distance later. The man jumped out and was eventually tracked down by police. The man was identified as Scott Wynn, was arrested with drugs on him. He's scheduled to appear in court this afternoon.
Governor Andrew Cuomo says he'd sue the federal government if it approves an overhaul to Obamacare. State officials say the new proposal would threaten coverage for at least 3 million New Yorkers, and the state would be left with the Medicaid bill. Attorney Eric Schneiderman said that this would be another fight he'd take against the Trump administration.
If this inhumane bill ever becomes law, I will go to court to challenge it. I will sue the Trump administration and their congressional allies to protect New Yorkers. All of us together will bring every lever at our disposal because not only is this bill unconscionable, not only is this bill unjust, it is against the law. It is unconstitutional, and we intend to stop it in its tracks and prove that this is still a nation of the rule of law. This is still a nation where President Trump found out when he tried his unconstitutional immigration ban that even the president is not above the law.
Now, this isn't the first time Schneiderman said he would challenge this bill in court. Back in May, when the House passed the same version of it, he said he'd challenge it then. Next on Morning News Now, a Buffalo man indicted on drug charges. But first, here's a look at your Skyline weather forecast.
Tuesday, southern tier and River Valley fog burns off by late morning with plenty of sunshine, highs back into the lower 80s. From the Skyline Weather Center, I'm Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. Morning News Now continues right after the break, so stay with us.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
A Buffalo man was indicted Monday in connection with the death of 2 people who suffered drug overdoses. 22-year-old Aaron McDuffie, reportedly known as G, faces a mandatory minimum penalty of 20 years in prison with a maximum of life and a $1 million fine. He also faces a mandatory 5 years for a weapons charge. More details on this story at our website, WNYNewsNow.com.
And 2 people were found to be in possession of a controlled substance in June, recently determined to be fentanyl. Sheriffs say 23-year-old Danielle DeGolier and 27-year-old David Battaglia were involved in a suspicious situation along Route 5 and 20 in the town of Silver Creek. Both were released and will appear in court on a later date. Sports is next.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and a cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a singing chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
And good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Hummel, and Kyle, thanks for joining me.
You're welcome.
So, how about the Jamestown Jammers? They started off, what, 27-5, and now they've lost 6 in a row now, right?
Yeah, the Red Hot Jammers have now gone ice cold.
Ooh, crazy. I can feel the chills in our office. I mean, you drop 6 games, okay, but more importantly, you start off well. The thing, if you take a look at more of the community aspect of baseball, it's supposed to bring people together. But what I've noticed the last couple of years, obviously, and it hasn't changed this year from all accounts, the attendance hasn't gone up.
It has not at all. It's actually, I feel that it has decreased in the last couple of years. I mean, since they've, took the pro baseball aspect out of it, I think that's lost a lot of interest. There's still obviously those dedicated fans who, no matter what, they love the baseball, they love to go to the games. It's nice that we still have the baseball aspect in Jamestown, it really is, but it's just not the same anymore.
What do you think the Jammers can do to improve their attendance, other than, having great seasons? Like, they are still having thus far, they just have to get out of the sand.
They do a great job at trying to implement different things to, you know, bring fun to the baseball game. I remember the last game I went to, I believe, was just 2 years ago. They had a nice little beer garden set up. It was a little different from when the pro baseball was in the Jammer Stadium. The beer garden was in the bullpen of the home team, which was kind of neat because I've never, you know, had the chance to go back there and really sit down and enjoy the game from the bullpen, it was really neat. You know, they have the giveaways, they have things like that. I remember getting a mug on Father's Day 2 years ago. Anybody who was a father received a free mug, you know, during attendance. So hopefully maybe they can get some more promotions to draw that attendance back in. But it just doesn't seem to be working right now, Matt.
One last thing. Do you think that they will able to still win their division over the Geneva Red Wings?
Yeah, I always have faith in all my teams. You know, the Yankees are my team. I have faith in them, even though you know, if they're at the bottom of the basement, I still care for them. I still got pride for them. I really think that if the Jammers can pick it back up and get as hot as they have been, they have the team to do it. That's not an issue there. It's just whether they can get it done or not. And Geneva's, they're a heck of a team right now too. They're you know, neck and neck for first place.
Well, great insight. Again, thank you, Mr. Kyle Heelis, for joining me today, and we'll be right back with an interesting story, so don't go away.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view. Jamestown's newest vape shop is Cloud City, located at 121 East 2nd Street and open 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday. This cool, fresh environment is a great place to hang with friends and vape. Cloud City's expert staff is here to help. Try their in-house flavor, Cloud City, a delicious marshmallow combination, or their flavor of the day for just $3. Whether you're a first-time vapor or an expert puffer, visit Cloud City today.
And bacon's demand is on the rise, and so is its price. Research group Erner Berry finds bacon prices are fluctuating between $4.50 to $5.60 per pound, with their highest point up 26% since the start of 2017. Pork is also produced less during the summer, despite the greater demand, leading to higher prices. Justin, what do you think about that?
So, honestly, this is very startling, and I'm surprised this wasn't News 1. Because bacon, as we all know, is probably better than gold.
You know who's actually really interested in this story? Honestly, Ryan Kazar, Linex, if you're watching this, yeah. I know you love your bacon. I remember your post a couple weeks ago on a Sunday afternoon. One of my favorite things to see, you know.
You know, it's kind of silly when you think about it, sort of. But not. I mean, bacon's a real commodity here. You have it with a lot of things, and you don't even realize.
They have bacon-infused vodka these days. Bacon-infused everything. I mean, they probably
Don't get me started.
Bacon sunflower seeds. If you're playing baseball, you can still have your bacon while you're playing baseball. You know.
Oh my God!
I mean, how can you go wrong with bacon?
You can't
anything.
go wrong with bacon.
I mean, if I had a bacon tie, I'd probably eat it now.
Actually, I would eat it. I'd be nibbling on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's going to do it for today's edition of Morning News Now. We're back tomorrow with actually a special edition.
And make sure you join our social media revolution by liking us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And for news 24/7, 365, head to WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first.